Hey guys, my name is Jheremy Brown. I'm the director of the 13 and the 14U national showcases and select festivals at those ages. And today I'll be joined by Todd Coffey and Tyler Russo. And together we're going to answer some questions and kind of break down what the Prospect Gateway is, as it's PG's refresh and expansion on the 13 and 14U platforms that we've already kind of laid in detail, but we're going a step further to provide you the best experience when you're at these ages. For that, we're going to go into further detail just as to what you receive at each Prospect Gateway, why it's important within your perfect game journey, and how it could ultimately lead to one of those 13 or 14U National Showcase invites. With that, I'm going to let Todd Coffey jump right into it. He's one of the PG advisors, and that's one of the really cool things that comes with the Prospect Gateways.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jheremy. So this is an event really designed for the younger kids. You're going to go out there, you're going to run a laser 60, which is very accurate. You're going to throw from the outfield, infield, catching positions, first base, and then we're going to dive into batting practice. You're going to get out there, you're going to be able to get your swings, your scout's going to be able to evaluate you, and it's definitely something great for these young kids. Also, we're adding in player tags to their profiles. They can see what they did well at the event, along with progressional tips. And these progressional tips will allow you to help grow to what you're really looking for is the national invites, the festivals, and getting just all-around better player with us at Perfect Game. And then I'm also an advisor. We have an advisor team. This is new. That's an add-on for you guys that you're going to have a PG advisor. And we're going to be with you to guide you through everything with Perfect Game, the questions you need. We're going to be able to communicate with email, phone calls, whatever works best for you to help you.
Yeah, Todd, that advisor is huge because I know we get questions all the time out on the field. Hey, how can I do this? Hey, what event should I be going to? Now they have a direct line to you and some of the other advisors on staff. So having that type of support beginning your perfect game journey all the way through senior year is going to be, it's instrumental to your development. It's huge and it really can't be replaced. So Todd, thank you. Tyler Russo, why don't you tell us kind of about the social media aspect and all of that comes with the Prospect Gateway?
Yeah, absolutely. The Prospect Gateway obviously is an event, tailored for the 13-14 age, and it's something that kind of is the beginning of your journey in the PG space. The value of the exposure within the PG space is second to none. Having your profile on a website that gets over 1 million views per day, and starting that kind of extensive, detailed history of who you are as a player, whether it's via metrics, statistics, how you improve, what events you participated in. The Gateway gives you a baseline that then leads into creating that profile, that resume of what you are as a player. And then kind of the exposure that you get from the platforms that Perfect Game gives you, whether we have over 1 million followers across all platforms. So you go and stand out at a Gateway. It's easy to be promoted out to the world and all the different networks that Perfect Game is a part of.
When we came up with this idea, we originally thought, let's send out an email. Let's get some questions from parents, from players, because they're the ones who ultimately need our advice, our knowledge. So with that, we opened it up. We got some questions coming in as we talk now. And the first one, Todd, I'm going to let you handle this one, kind of touch upon what they get with the whole Prospect Gateway. So basically, what do they get post-event?
Absolutely. So post-event, you're going to get your PG grade. You're going to have videos on your profile. You're going to get your metrics on your profile. Your progressional tips are private for you and us to see. Me and you, as an advisor, will see your progressional tips. And then we'll go over them progressional tips on how to improve, get better, and what you need to work on for your next event and when you're ready for your next event.
What's the difference between a gateway and a tournament performance in terms of earning a national invite? So kind of with the gateway, it's individualized, right? You're running your 60 by yourself. You're taking your BP, all eyes are on you. You're taking your ground balls, your fly balls, your catching pops. It's all on you. So we really get to know you as a player throughout the 3-day event, whether it's in-game, through your drills. So where a tournament, you might only get 2 at-bats and maybe you get walked in both of them. With the Prospect Gateway, we really get to see you as a player and break down every individualized tool. Let's see. Russo, how about what do scouts look for once they are at the Gateway?
So Gateway obviously is a 13U and 14U event, so you're not diving into the totality of what a player is going to be, for the rest of their career. You're kind of looking for a good foundation, whether it's a good swing that's going to translate to naturally getting stronger as you get older, or good actions in the infield, or just overall feel for the game. that kind of starts out. Obviously, 13 and 14 year age, you don't have everybody is not on the same physicality level. So having that kind of like overall baseline feel for the game that then will translate as you add the 25, 30 pounds naturally over the next few years. That's kind of what we look for. We look for those good baseline items.
Yeah, it's important. It's a marathon, not a sprint, especially when we're looking at these 13 and 14 U's. Bodies develop differently. You could see a kid one summer to the next, and it's like, that's not even the same player. So here's one I'll take. Do you have to pay full price for the national if you earn an invite out of the gateway? And this is something I've gotten a lot being in charge of those showcases and events, and it is no. So you pay that $4.99 up front at the gateway. If you earn your invite through a gateway event, you then only have to pay $3.99 as opposed to the $6.99 for the national showcase. Todd, what's the best way for a player to communicate with their PG advisor?
So post-event, they'll get an email from me talking about, their progressional tips. And then there's an email link. They can email me back. My phone number is also on there. So the best way is for them to set up what works for them. We can do it over email. We can do it over a phone call. Just whatever is convenient and whatever it works the best for them to really discuss their progressional tips.
Let me look through a couple more here. Tyler, how do I get ranked or improve upon my ranking if I was already ranked going to a gateway event?
So our ranking system is extensive, and the rankings kind of right around that as the 8th grade into freshman year is when we begin the rankings process for each grad class. It starts out very small, usually right around 100 players on a national level, and then some tags along the other stuff. And obviously year over year it grows. The more we see players, the more we can evaluate, the more we can expand on the rankings. So from a gateway, or any showcase as you move along through your PG career, it automatically gives us, the best evaluation of you as a player, like Jheremy talked about before, in that we get to see every aspect of your game, evaluate it without, any distraction or, being at a tournament or things like that. And then those metrics and the grade that you get automatically plugs you into somewhere in the ranking system at whatever level that may be. So whether it's in the state ranking system or the national ranking system, those things automatically put you into, sorting where you will get pushed into the ranking system, obviously at a certain level.
Beautiful. Todd, Father, another PG advisor question for you. Is your advice only about the gateways, or do you help them throughout their perfect game career and everything that entails moving forward?
The great thing is it's not just about the gateway. It's about tournaments. It's about everything to do with perfect game. I've had some kids ask me, hey, this tournament, what I expect at this tournament? A lot of these kids for the first time are coming into tournaments with perfect game. Like, hey, what do I need to expect to go to this tournament? Is this a good tournament here? Hey, am I ready to go to another gateway event? Then we'll talk about, hey, where's your numbers? How you practice? Have you been working on this? Where do you feel you're at? And that way I can guide them to the next event that they need to go to. So it's basically everything to do with perfect game, and that's what we're here for.
This is the first of hopefully a couple types of these installations moving into the summer. We're here to answer all your questions, parents, players, all alike across the country. Come back to us. Hopefully we can answer your question, and we look forward to seeing you out on the field.